Hi there, it's Riikka Kovasin here with a video for Paper Garden. This time I was inspired by the vintage postage stamps Paper Garden has in their repertoire. I picked the blue versions for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's one of my favorite colors, but also it's the color of the Finnish flag. So those blue postage stamps were the jumping off point for these ATCs. I'm starting the ATCs by cutting some bases for the cards. The bigger piece is a kind of jeans colored piece of cardstock, and then I'm cutting a smaller piece on top from a blue patterned Prima Marketing journaling card. It's a little bit too big, so I'm trimming it to fit inside the ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. When I then have my bases cut, I distretch the edges of the pattern papers and also add some blue ink around them. Then I adhere the pattern pieces to the bases and start making a collage out of blue vintage elements that Paper Garden has. Here's some bus tickets and receipts, as well as some tags. I'm using double-sided tape to adhere them, cutting little pieces and making this kind of a little composition to the background. To make the cards feel more like a set, I then add a translucent sticker on top of each to make them kind of, combining element, even though there's the similar tickets in the background as well. I then trim the excess off and add a thin layer of white gesso on top. This kind of seals everything in, also hinders the contrast a little bit and gives me more playtime with colorants coming on top. After drying the gesso layer, I then add the colorants. I'm using the same blue ink I used to ink around the edges, but I'm also adding some PaperArtsy Infusions in there. Infusions have a permanent dye color in them, but also walnut crystals, so they turn a little bit brownish depending how much water you add, and that kind of fits into the vintage theme I have going. I push the ink pad to my surface and make that kind of a watercolor to activate the crystals. After I have the colorant layer done, I then again dry the project. Then it's time to start the focal composition. I first add a couple of stickers, then a blue flower that I have done using a Paper Garden sticker and, just white cardstock to make those stickers more visible and more kind of a die cut element I can then use as a dimensional piece. I'm also including a vintage paperdoll from Tim Holtz selection to each card. I use just regular craft glue to adhere the flower and then use foam tape for the paperdoll to have a little bit more dimension. And then I trim the excess off. On top I then add the vintage postage stamp, the whole reason I made these ATCs. For that I'm using double-sided tape again. To finish each card I then add a little sentiment, again from Paper Garden stickers, mount it on top of white cardstock and cut out, and then a little metal embellishment from Finnish line. After that the cards are done. Here's the finished set of ATCs and some detailed shots. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.